Instagram's based off likes and followers. So the more followers you have, the more likes you have on your photos. But the bigger you amass, kind of become a marketing and branding tool.
If you take the top tier of Australian social media influencers, they would be making a couple of $100,000 a year easily from their social media accounts. For being a 3-4-year-old industry, that's pretty rapid. These people have the theoretical opportunity to become millionaires. Like their reach is worth millions of dollars.
The term Instagram influencer to me usually evokes pictures in my head of models, chefs, people who are like rolling in money, celebrities, people who have risen to the top of their field. And for me to be put in that category has been quite surreal. When I told my mum that I was thinking of stepping down from a full-time salary-based job to moving into freelancing because of Instagram, that's when they kind of went, whoa, just wait, can we backtrack? What is Instagram again? My name's Catherine Sabbath and I'm a high school teacher and home baking enthusiast turned Instagram dessert creative. I was high school teaching in Western Sydney and I absolutely loved teaching. It's always been a passion of mine, but after I signed up to Instagram, when I noticed that things were getting a little bit crazy and people were requesting cakes from me, I decided to step down from full-time teaching and pursue the Instagram baking and dessert creating that I had always loved. Cakes are predominantly what I post, cakes and desserts. I rarely take selfies. I'm not entirely opposed to them. I do take someone else's, which is where someone else will take a photo of me. But I would prefer to show photos of my friends, fun occasions, and other things that are creative. Working with brands across the world purely because you've got a presence on social media is just overwhelming, and when I look back at a lot of them, I have to pinch myself because some of them were beyond my wildest dreams. I think I'm part of a new generation of slashies where people aren't held to one job title or one job position. A lot of people may think that I live this glamorous life. I'm always out having lunch and taking photos of my food and having chefs throw their croissants at me, but that's definitely not happening. It is quite stressful behind the scenes. Most of the time I'm in meetings talking about potential collaborations or partnerships or even cake jobs. And when I'm not in meetings, I'm baking, and my cakes can take, say, 2 to 3 days to make.
It is very much about these fixed stars. And I think it's, again, coming back to the relatability. Like, I love her, she's funny, she's cool, she's beautiful. That's how we consume media today. And Instagram particularly, it's so easy. Like, you don't even have to read. My name is Daniel Chelson, co-founder of talent agency Sydney Stockholm. We came from traditional publishing, and we saw how social media really gave birth to a new generation of influencers that on their very niche fields were the experts and the go-to media sources for content and inspiration. I can find my perfect girl or guy out there that communicate to my exact demographic, that thinks, works, eats exactly like I want them to. All of a sudden comes a 17-year-old girl posting a dress on Instagram, and bam, it sells out.
Yeah, I think my Instagram style, it's casual, it's fresh, I'm always on the go, but with like little touches of luxury. I'm not posting like sad photos, like people aren't gonna, like, it's not gonna entertain people. No one wants to see anyone upset or sad, but like the issues are still there, but it's just what I portray out to the people. My name is Benji Kondi, I'm an Instagram influencer with over 20,000 followers on Instagram and a successful online blog. I was just like a normal 18-year-old teenager living in Byron Bay. just kind of taking photos, just coastal beach photos, health, food, everything like that. I've always been kind of like a big fish in a small pond, and Byron can only cater so much for that. So I've always hungered to try and make a bigger splash. So that was my driving point to moving to Sydney, because I wanted to try and make something of myself in the city. So you're constantly trying to put stuff out there to try and please and entertain and trying to deliver to the people that they always want more.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, actually. Oh, this is a winner. Touch of happiness.
From someone from the outside looking in, they probably just think all you do is take like pretty photos and you're just standing by a wall posing. But people obviously don't see is that like I'll have like a tripod and I'll set it up on self-timer and I'll run in front of it, and this can take like 15 to 20 minutes before you actually get the photo.
But I like these just ordinary humans down there too, looking up at you, who's on a pedestal up there,
Spitting on my clothes.
Yeah. Wow, what a hunk. Yep. Yep.
Or if I don't have that with me, I just get someone to take a photo of me. It's like, there's a lot more to it than kind of just what everyone thinks. The time it takes for me to set up a photo that I want to take is probably a good like 15, 20 minutes. Some people order the same thing, I'd be like, oh, can you order something different because it's going to clash in the photo? And they kind of just roll their eyes at me and they're like, oh, okay, sure, Benji, whatever.
It's not about being a fake, or it's not about curating one's life, that people don't realize how much time and effort goes into every piece of content. Because, you're only as good as your latest update.
It's a bit of a surreal experience when people come up to you and they recognize you from online. Like they'll come up and be like, oh, I know you, you're Benji from Instagram. It's flattering though, people appreciate your content you're putting out.
When people do come up to me and say hello to me on the street, stop me for photos, feel free to take photos. You're more than welcome. I think it's fantastic because I actually get to talk to them and say thank you so much for supporting me. I try not to get too swept up over the label Instagram famous, because I know also Instagram and things like that are very fickle.
What Instagram tells us about this generation is that we always want to come closer. Be close to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whomever you are. It was almost getting access to a hidden camera in someone's life. It was the best reality show ever. And if we're going to talk about the next gen again, that's where Snapchat comes along. You can get even closer and getting access to people we really care about and want more out of.